Terrence Pop here, live from the Lair. If I recall, we literally started off, or we left off with me about to go into Robin Sage, which is the final exercise that you do prior to finishing the Q course. And if you don't make it through that, you're done. And even if you do make it through there, you can still get peered out and you're done. It's kind of important. Now, what happens, prior to Robin Sage is we get like a crash course in a bunch of doctrines. We covered the Russian doctrine, the Chinese doctrine, basically the NATO doctrine. Went over the rules and laws of warfare. What you can and cannot do, bullshit like that. And it was like drinking from a goddamn fire hose. Like, literally, they were bringing out these books, just, stick as fucking phone books, and then they're like, literally, they're reading through it, and you're trying not to fucking fall asleep. And they know it's bullshit. We know it's bullshit. We're taking these little quizzes along the way, just to, all you gotta do is get a 70%, and if you don't make it, if you fail one, then you gotta take another quiz the next morning. So that means you have to study all the shit all night. And so it's, try to pay attention. And it's not like the quizzes were hard or anything. It is what it is. What were some and then we went over the tactics of the United States, the Marine Corps, which you would think they use the same tactics as the United States Army, but you're wrong. The Russian tactics, which are very simple but effective. China, which is almost identical to Russia. France, which, is all fucked up except for the Foreign Legion, which they fight pretty much like Americans. A little bit of a variation there. England, which is okay. We even went over Spain, Italy, Germany. There's probably some more in there I haven't done it. Let's see. Now what they do is we go through all that, and then we all get sent to McCall, and they bring in the medics and the engineers, and then the officers come in, and they throw you all into like this big, class, and then they break you up into teams, and you get mixed up, as per the way a team is supposed to look. You get your 3 officers, your 2 Charlies, your 2 Bravos. I think you get 2 medics, and you may or may not have additional Bravos depending on how many there are, because there are, more Bravos than any of the other MOSs. It's pretty much it. I shouldn't say it was hard to go through the Q course, because it was fairly difficult. But in regards to using your brain pan, the Bravo one is pretty much the easiest. The Charlie is pretty difficult because they have an explosive portion, which is really math heavy, and there are some engineering aspects which require a lot of algebra, geometry, trigonometry, stuff like that. A lot of people walk around and just don't do that. And the 18 Delta, which is the medics, is incredibly fucking hard. Their washout rate is astronomically fucking high. And basically, I think it's 2 years long, and you receive the same amount of medical training as a physician assistant. Why these people are getting out of the Army and not being able to work in the medical field is beyond me, because 18 Deltas, they work on your fucking teeth, they set bones, they do surgeries. I mean, they're fucking amazing. I've had them work on me. I can't really complain. It worked out pretty damn good. It was kind of like a weird experience, because before you go to Robin Sage, you have it's like a week and a half where you work with your team, and it's like a week and a half like Ranger School and Operation Tempos, where you go out and you do your deal and you work it out. And it was during this portion, because I thought I was just a normal dude. I had received, from the officers, I had these 3 officers that were in my team. All 3 of them were West Pointers. Two of them played on the West Point football team. You know, and I didn't really know these guys. I'd never seen them before. I didn't know them from fucking Adam. But they're pretty funny. They're good guys, I guess. Really can't complain. You know, but we came off of this, I think it was a 25-mile road march. We got in, you know, that evening after chow. We missed dinner, so we're eating MREs. People are taking care of their feet, cleaning weapons, and doing maintenance and shit. These guys are all standing around, or sitting around the table, fucking just shitting and just bullshitting. And, you know, everybody's like telling their deal, and they get around to me and they're like, "Hey, Pop, did you play football in high school? I mean, we like the stud?" I'm like, "No. I fucking played football in high school, but, you know, I was like the second smallest guy in the fucking team, and I never fucking started, and I'm pretty sure they gave me my letter at least one time because they fucking felt sorry for me. And, you know, that kind of fucking sucked." And these officers, like, "What the are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm like, "No, that's pretty much how it is." It's like, "Pop, man, you're like one of the toughest, baddest motherfuckers that I've ever fucking come across." And the other guys in the team were like, "Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah." I'm like, "Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm just a dude, you know." I kind of was a good compliment to me. You know, up until that point, really hadn't really received any compliments on that magnitude before. It is what it is. So, you know, we get all ready to go, and you do like this big fucking movement. It's by foot. It's a foot insertion. It sounds like just getting a foot rammed up your ass, but it's not that kind of foot insertion. In a way it is, because you are getting your ass kicked, but you're kind of kicking your own ass. You're carrying just this monumentally insane amount of fucking weight. You got all your shit. Now you're going out the field, I think it's like 3, almost 4 weeks. You're carrying all of your not all of your uniforms. You carry 2 uniforms, extra pair of boots. You got your shaving kit, your water, you know, all of your other bullshit, your weapons. You got a crew serve weapon, your magazines, cleaning kit. Then you got your, you know, the commo guy's got the fucking radio, but, you know, as a, you know, weapons guy, you know, you're carrying batteries, because everyone carries fucking batteries. Somebody's carrying a fucking hand cranking charger. We've got claymore mines, anti-personnel mines, anti-tank fucking mines. Oh, let's see. Yeah, of course, you got water cans. You know, I mean, you got all this shit on. Like, I'm walking with my rucksack, a box of MREs. I have this pole across my fucking rucksack where I have water cans, a cage of fucking chickens, and attached to me was a 200-pound fucking pig on the end of this 15-foot fucking rope. And I was carrying at least 120 pounds worth of shit, and at that time I weighed about 175 pounds. And we're walking in there, and every time we get to like a fence or a stream, this fucking pig decides it's going to run off screaming to the end of its fucking rope and pull the popster down. So it's like, eep! Fucking pig. And it went on like this, like, all that afternoon, all of that fucking night, and into the next fucking day. We walked pretty much for about, I would say, 13 to 14 fucking hours. And only maybe 10 or 20% of that time were we on an actual road or a trail. The rest of the time, you are walking through the fucking forest with that Mingasso amount of bullshit strapped to your fucking body. And I remember, like, we're coming across one of the drop zones on Bragg. I don't think, maybe it wasn't a drop zone, but it was a clear cut, because they cut down trees and they just, you know, whole areas are cut down. And I remember, like, we walk out, and luckily, you know, I was not wearing my jungle boots. I was wearing my standard black leg boots, you know, the leather ones, the ones that were issued back in the day. And the sun was down, and it was cold. And I think we're like an hour and a half before sunrise. And I'm maybe 50 yards into this big clearing. It's like maybe 600 meters across. It's way too big to box off, so we have to go through it. And I step on a rattlesnake, and it fucking bites my fucking leg. Luckily, I had the leather boots on, because it bit the leather boot. And I looked down, and because I heard it rattle, and I fucking like moved, and I saw it fucking hit my fucking leg, and I fucking stomped it to death with the other leg. And I'm like, snake, and we all stop. Fuck, the white light comes on. I sit down, fucking pull up the fucking pant leg, fucking look to see if I'm fucking hit. Luckily I wasn't, because that would have been pretty much it for me, because I would have been recycled, which means, I've been all the way to the end. I would have to go all the way to the beginning of the next class and do that whole motherfucker again, and wait another 6-8 months, whatever. I got lucky. It was good to go. Somebody took the snake and fucking put it in their rucksack, and we ate that fucker the next day. So we get into our base camp. I drop all my shit. I'm fucking smoked. All right, I'm fucking waylaid, just beat down, fucking smoked. And I remember I walk up to the PL. He's a captain, and I walk right up and right in his face, and I'm like, tomorrow we're eating the fucking pig. It wasn't a request. That pig needed to fucking die, because fuck that guy, And sure as shit, the next day we had this guy from Puerto Rico, and he was tasked to kill a fucking pig, and he'd obviously done this before, because I wanted to see it. So I'm just going there and kill that pig, and he's like, no. You just don't walk up on the pig and kill the pig, because the pig will scream, and it's adrenaline, and ruin the meat. No. You make nice to the pig, and when the pig's not looking, yeah, you kill the pig. And I'm like, okay, all right, I don't care how it happens, but that pig needs to fucking die. So yeah, they kill the pig, they cook him up, and it wasn't not quite as satisfying as I hoped it would be. I think they killed him that night. They gutted him, let him sit out and bleed, and drain the rest of the day, and then they slow cooked him the entire next day, and we ate him the next day. And it wasn't that bad. And we pretty much ate pig for like 3 days. Yeah, that was a good deal. We had another guy. He was another ranger. Shameful to say this, but I don't remember his name. I heard that later on he was gay or something. Maybe he was. I don't know. I never knew he was, but he was just a raging fucking asshole. I don't know if his brain was attached to his body when he used to make this rash of bad fucking decisions, but he would just fucking run his mouth and fucking leave his weapon unsecure, and just fucking, drop shit and fucking fall asleep on guard. He was like pulling these fucking shameful fucking things that you would think an airborne ranger wouldn't fucking do. And I was, and he was an 18 Charlie. And how he got to that point is beyond me, because if he was in the Bravo course, he would have got his ass fucking kicked over his head. But yeah, he was all fucked up. In fact, like, we were a good 2 weeks into the exercise. I don't know if he was the cause of this or not, but for whatever reason, dumbass decides he's gonna throw an M60 blank into the fucking fire. So we're all standing there, and boom, it goes off, and we're like, what the fuck, It even caught like one of the cadre by surprise. Like, God, this guy's a raging fucking dick. So within a half an hour, we've been compromised, and we have to move yet again. So I have to put on all of the same amount of horse shit with the fucking pole and the water cans and the goddamn motherfucking... Actually, we didn't have the chickens after that. We ate all those. I just had water cans on each side of this fucking pole. And we walked for 10 hours. We didn't walk for 14. What a fucking dick. I swear I wanted to punch his fucking face in. And if I would not have been kicked out of the course, I probably would have. That was such a goddamn bunny fucker thing. It was unbelievable. But, it just goes to show you, no matter what organization you're in, and no matter how much they try to, remove the shitbags, there's always a turd that'll float to the top and be concealed. I've seen it in every organization there is, to include the cops, the federal agents, the CIA, the NSA, the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, even fucking pilots. You have that one fucking turd bag that just fucking slips by that winds up fucking dropping a 500-pounder on fucking friendly troops or some shit. As shameful as that is, it's fucking true. I got about 4 or 5 more stories in regards to the Q course, and I think we'll be done here with that particular portion, unless I can think of some more. I'll talk to some of my buddies and see if they have anything good that I've forgotten, because I've been telling stories for fucking decades, and I'm sure there's a few out there that I've forgotten that hopefully they won't be forgotten for long, because they're all pretty much hilarious. Alright, gentlemen, we're coming up on, I think it's 18 fucking minutes. Alright, you guys take it easy.